Alrighty guys, hello, welcome back to another episode of Supermarket Simulator. We are about to start our day. We have $8,760 in our account. Our workers are working hard at filling some stock from our stockroom. We only have a little bit in here. I do want to make some changes. I would like to expand that stockroom. We are not going to be able to expand this just yet, but at the moment the store is pretty good for what it actually is. We could always cut back on things like these are the 4. Bread is 4. Cereals are doubled up. Something like these are 4. Oh, these are 4. These are 4. These are 4. So we do have some space if we did need more space for certain products. What I was looking at, our growth, our next section is $20,000. We are 8,700, but we're not completely there. We do have some stock that is missing, so we would obviously spend a bunch of that. So to keep the series actually moving, I think what we might do is we spend our 3,600. We'll do that right now. That will expand our stockroom into that next section because it was getting a little bit squishy. I'll just show you here. So as you can see, we've got this much more space now. We might move some racks around and we'll start getting the stockroom laid out into some sort of order. I don't mind if I pick this one up. This will show me the rest. So I don't mind that it's got a bit of gap. Probably doesn't need to be as much as we have over there. So let's, first of all, let's throw that out the way. We probably don't need that much gap. I don't really want it this squishy. Obviously in later game, we might need to go to that, but I'm thinking if we can get it maybe back to about there. We are obviously going to have to buy more shelving, but I do want to sort of get a plan in place once we work out how many shelves we've actually got. And then on the next episode, we'll try and relay all the stock. We'll order one of, well, we might not order one of everything, but we will try and make sure we've got one of everything in the stockroom, because we definitely will need, that one's too far in. Oops. We will need to know where everything's going to go. So that's something we will work out as well. Does that work? That looks like it works. Okay, so we are going to move this first rack into the next position, which I think was about there. That just means this one just butts up against that. That one's the same. And then we will put one across the back here. And we will see. We were going about there, so that's going to make it not really work, is it? All right. Let's just do a quick layout. We'll see what it will look like if we do go right there. Yes, it's going to be squishy, but again, we can still see everything. All right, let's just do this back row. going to do it as if we have restrictions. Because I would like to get one more row across the back wall. Sorry, I've got to move this one. All right, oh, we're getting dark. Let's turn this light on in here so we can see what we're doing. All right, like I said, I want to make it so we've got room. And I think that will work. Because I'm hoping we could get this across the back. Okay, so that didn't work as I planned. You kind of forget how deep the shelves actually are. Suppose that will do for now. We just won't have anything on the back of this one. These are very close though. Is that too close? I think it might be. But it means we'd lose this shelf. If we gave it any more space. Because we wouldn't get another one in there. I think we might just leave it at that for now. We're going to... It doesn't really... Okay, I know what we'll do. Well, we'll go back to... We might just leave a small gap. Just to space it out a little bit more. Okay, what we'll do is we'll then put... We will do that. These can go here. All right, that's not going to work. Let's see. Let's see what, oh, we've got a bit of space. I'm just going to take this as well. I'm going to steal these as well. Just want to see if we can still get a rack up against here. Oh. All right, so that's not right because that's... All right, so we'll take that last one away. We put that there. Just going to steal these ones just to fill in the gap. And then we can replace them up against the wall easily. Oops. All right, how does that look? I think that's quite good. It's going to allow us to get 3 more in here, 2 more here, which we will buy right now. No, we can't buy now because it's after 9 o'clock. But we can add to our cart. Our racks are the small racks. We don't use the tall ones. But we have quite a few products in here. All right, we'll leave that for the morning. We still have to check our store. We could use this behind here just to store some of this stuff. Because it's not going to be used. Oops. Come on, put it up there. Only because we can't use the back of the racks. And we can't really fit another one in here yet. So we'll utilize that just for some storage. We'll fit another one over here. 2 more here and 3 more down there. So there's another 6 racks. I don't know what we put in now. Where am I going? What did we put in our cart? Did we put 6, 4? There we go. We want 6. All right, we're going to have to check our store. Turn our lights on. It's pretty empty. Let's end our day. We are going to purchase those items. We will do the racks while they can work the stock. Because this is going to be pretty much our focus for this episode. In our next episode, we will work in changing all of our stockroom locations around to make everything have a home. We are going to start in the corner here. Oh, they make a mess every time. All right. I think these can actually interconnect. That looks good. All right. Where have we got? Another one here. I thought we ordered 6, but I don't see 6 out there. If I do that, if I do that here, there we go, a little bit more space. Let's go out to the street. There's another one. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is our 6th one over here. There we go. So I'm thinking that'll probably be our fresh produce section here, as we've got most of it here, but we were short some. We will count. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we need 17 shelves. So technically we need 1 shelf because there's 8 in each. However, some of the things like the melons, we will give them more space. The pineapples, we'll give them maybe 4 or 2. 2 for pineapple, 2 for watermelon, 2 for the other melon, and maybe 1, I don't know, something like that. We will work it out. I will get a plan together before this episode, before next episode, and we will then utilize that plan to work out where we need to put all our products. But at the moment, it was more about getting the shelving in position. And as you can see, we have I'm trying to find a best spot to stand. Maybe up here. We have now got more space for our stockroom, and we can start working towards getting all of those places in. Again, that's a brand new rack. These two are brand new, and these three down here. So quite a lot more shelving for missing products. Certain things will need more. Cleaning, as you know, takes quite a lot of space. Like that takes one itself. Chicken takes a lot of space, one whole shelf per box. And bleach and that sort of stuff. So we will aim towards getting that layout ready for that next episode. But for now, it was more about just working out the layout and getting that expansion. But saying that, we did get the stockroom expansion, sorry. We did get the shoproom expansion. We did buy a bunch of stock, and we still have $5,000 in our account. So I feel like we are in a decent position at the moment. We obviously do need 20,000 for the next expansion, but we've just moved everything around. Now I don't know where. There we go. However, that's quite a way away. But like I said before, the store is in a good position. We do have... I really don't know where anything's going, so I'm just going to throw it on a shelf. It doesn't really matter. Let me see. Licenses. What's our next option for licenses? So that was more freezer, 12,000. Alcohol, 12,000. And cheese, rice, cane sugar, yogurt. So a bit of shelf and fridge. This one here all shelf, and this one here all freezer. We've just got to the level of the next license, so I don't see the licenses being a major it's going to pay some of these bills. You know what? We're going to get rid of this loan. We have 2,500. I know we spent it, but we don't have a loan anymore. So fees will be a lot better. Freezer, we don't really have the best freezer space at the moment. So I don't really want to change that. The only thing we could do is possibly add another freezer on the end. It's going to get a little bit squishy. Maybe this dairy case might be able to fit over here. We can make it fit over here. Move this over a little bit. Dairy case over here. I know it's not ideal in front of the window. However, that'll allow us to get another little freezer for some more space. Let's do that right now. I know it's not ideal, but it'll do. Just a double. Only reason I did that, and that is also, we are going to need it eventually, but at the moment, I would like a bit more space for some of these. So maybe something like chickens could go in the whole thing itself, because we are limited on that space. So let's work out what we can do. Let's try and do a quick order. I'm only going to order what is... That sign looks really good. I'm gonna order what has an empty shelf. If it doesn't have an empty shelf, I'm not gonna order it. Technically I could, but for now, let's just stick to those empty shelves. All right, let's order one of those. You've got an empty shelf. You've got an empty shelf. You've got 2 empty shelves. You. Now I know they're not necessarily empty for 1 shelf worth of stock. But I do need a bit more. Let's see, can I order this? No, I cannot. All right, we are down to $56. Unfortunately, we did spend everything. I knew we would have to stock the stockroom up the store again. However, we have also done that expansion and bought a few new furniture items. We managed to get the new freezer and 6 new shelves, as well as that stockroom expansion. So money well spent, I say. We have done well getting that expansion. You literally just stood right in front of me. Thank you. We will do the eggs. We're just going to finish this one off here. Fill up our store a little bit more. And then, like I said, next episode, we will go through, rearrange our stockroom. The shelves will stay where they are, but the products will move to suit the best layout we can come up with to try and fit all our current products. Unfortunately, we do have to change it all the time because we always have to expand it. And we always do get those extra products. We can't accommodate everything right now for future because we just don't have that stockroom space for that. But for now, we will just do the best we can with what we've got. Just going to finish these products. Just trying to reduce those missing item complaints. Oh, they've already filled that one. Beautiful. So that can go in our stockroom. We're just going to throw it anywhere. Doesn't really matter because we are going to move it all around. And because I moved the shelves without really caring what I moved, everything's out of order anyway. So that's totally fine. Oh, you got this one. Beautiful. Looks like we are done. Workers are done. We are going to call this episode here. I know it's probably a little bit of a shorter one, but thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.